Then we get to the question, who's the most disturbing person you ever masturbated to? Jenny says Mao. Sasha says Gene Wilder. And Marcus says Princess Jasmine, which I think is like the most normal of all of them.
And Keanu's like, a cartoon?
That's disgusting. Welcome to When Harry Dumps Sally. I'm Tess Menzies.
I'm Sasha Vinnick.
This is a podcast where we watch a rom-com and we talk about the main relationship in the rom-com and how long we think the couple's going to stay together after the credits roll.
Yeah, maybe who breaks up with who and why.
Yeah. Ooh. And today we watched Always Be My Maybe.
Yep.
2019. I think written, directed, made by Ali Wong in general.
Written too?
I think so.
I thought I only saw produced, but I wasn't looking that closely.
Produced, written by, she's one of the writers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And Randall Park, who plays Marcus. They both wrote it.
I love that.
Yeah. And Michael Golamko. I don't know that he's...
Randall Park's the co-star. Is he also like from Bay Area?
That's a good question. Ali Wong. Okay, so this movie takes place in the Bay Area, which
is so fun.
Ali Wong is from. Filmed a lot in the Bay Area.
A lot, but not all.
Filmed some in Vancouver.
Yeah. Some of it's definitely not here.
If you live in the Bay or are like familiar enough, specifically the Chinatown scene is the one that it's just like this is not San Francisco Chinatown at all.
Yes, that one was like the most glaringly obvious one.
The streets are so big.
So wide. We just don't have that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No hills, rather flat too. Yeah. There. It was very not us. But the other places, some really nice San Francisco shots that were fun to see.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we both have blue tongues right now.
Do we? Is this a problem?
No, I just like looked over at you.
Blue? I mean, it's mine.
I was like, it's yours super blue. Sorry, not to like interrupt the podcast. I just wanted to call out the fact that we both have very blue tongues right now.
Oh yeah, like anyone who's watching.
Okay. We had some blue sour candy right before filming this. And I feel like we've done this on a few, but I don't remember like so dramatically being like, wow.
We only had one with the blue candy.
No, we definitely had two.
Really? This is our third.
This is our third blue candy.
I know we did a red and maybe we were brave and did a yellow or something.
No, we've just been splitting blue and red.
Okay.
Anyway, we've been eating sour candy before we film these. Because, you know, we love a fun little bit.
We have to have our sours so our mouth noises don't happen.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't believe that the sour candy is going to do the thing that apples are supposed to do. But you know what? We're doing a fun... Okay. Anyway, Randall Park.
Yeah, is he from the Bay Area?
No, he's from LA.
Oh, okay, fair. It's fun because like Ali Wong, real life, her stand-up, she came up doing stand-up here in the Bay.
Yes.
So it was fun to have that on screen.
And she grew up in the Bay. Yeah. So like this felt very probably reflective of her life.
Yeah.
Somewhat. But yeah, we follow Sasha and Marcus.
Yep, are their names. Mm-hmm. Fortunately, at the end of the film, they don't do one of those tricks where they... Well, first we should do the log line. Did you do the log line already?
No, the log line is... Everyone assumed that Sasha and Marcus would wind up together, except for Sasha and Marcus. Reconnecting after 15 years, the two start to wonder, maybe... Yeah, it's about like childhood best friends.
Yes.
Who like always seem to harbor some sort of crush for each other, eventually have sex once in high school, and then quit speaking to each other, and then reconnect.
16 years later.
Yeah.
Yep. And the end of the film, it's nice. They don't do that thing where they trick you and so
they get married.
We've gotten married. We have kids already. None of that. They just ended it like a week later.
A solid like... It's newer, so it's like more modern. I feel like they're not doing that as much. I also like trust Ali Wong not to write a movie like that. a lot of the tropes that irritate us in other movies get flipped.
It's nice.
So that's nice. And yeah, I guess, do you want to do how long do we think they stay together?
Yeah. Had you seen it before?
I'd seen it once when it came out.
I've never seen it. Delightful.
Yes.
Had me almost crying at some point.
Oh my God, the end
killed me.
It was so
sweet.
Yeah. I had forgotten that and I was like, oh my God.
I know. Same. Big time. Yeah. Okay, how long do you think Sasha and Marcus are going to be together?
Yeah.
Oh, hard.
So it is a hard one.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to have a solid answer until the end of this. I'm going to do a wild range.
Yeah. I could do 1 year to forever.
You're not going to do a countdown?
Oh my fucking
Last
God.
time you told me, you said, I never forget countdowns.
I'm a liar. Okay, I'm gonna make a new number now. I'm gonna make a whole new guess.
That was literally what I was gonna pick.
Really?
Yeah. Aww. And it would have been such a fun
if we
countdown.
had done the countdown together. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. The dumbest range to possibly do on this podcast, which is 1 year to forever, which is like
very different.
The widest range we could possibly do. I think they're at least going to try to make it work for a year. They are very different people.
Yeah.
It does require him giving up his career for her, but he doesn't have much of one.
Yeah.
Can he handle living in her shadow?
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, he thinks yes.
Yes, but we'll see.
But can he?
We'll see.
I think it might be hard for him.
A fussy boy in time.
Yeah.
I do think there's so much value and meaning to being so well known. Mm-hmm. I think there's like something really nice about them knowing so much about each other's histories and each other's lives. And like that's like, you can't compare that to a lot of stuff. That's like really big.
They have a really good connection.
Yeah.
And I think that they like challenge each other in a way that's fun and interesting.
Yeah.
Probably for both of them.
Yeah, he pokes fun at her shit, you know, gets her through that. I think the pushing that she does for him is nice, normal, nothing crazy.
Yeah, she's not being, she says some things that are wrong. Like,
sure, for sure.
She definitely could like smooth out.
She could chill out some of her stuff. 100%.
Communicating some of it, but I think that it's coming from a place of like respecting him.
Yeah, and she's not like, I'm orchestrating you a whole DJ night, like what's her name in the last film. You know what I mean? But she is like, I'm secretly buying your merch, which is cute.
Yeah. All right, we start off. They've been friends forever. We're in San Francisco.
1996.
We start in 1996. They're both young. She gets home. She's got like a message from her mom on like an answering machine, basically being like, we're working late. They own a store.
Dinner. Don't watch TV.
Yeah, make yourself dinner. She makes herself like a cute little dinner.
I know, with like a little umbrella, I think.
Yeah, she like kind of dresses it up and stuff. Yeah. And she eventually becomes a celebrity chef. Yes. Like her cooking is a part of it.
Thing.
Marcus comes over, they're next door neighbors, and he's like, my mom's making a bunch of soup. You gotta like come over and eat some soup. I don't want to be a weird soup kid with a thermos
of soup. And she jokes and slams the door in his face, and then she's like, just kidding. It's very cute.
Yeah.
She comes over for soup. She loves the family. She loves his mom.
Were you ever a soup kid with a thermos?
I never had a thermos of anything growing up.
Okay. I remember one year like picking out a lunchbox for, school, and it came with a thermos, and I was like, this is so sick. I'm going to put so many hot things in my thermos.
That's cool.
And then I don't think I ever did.
Yeah. Listen.
Maybe
it's a lot.
I was I going to make soup? It's not like my parents had like leftover soup hanging out.
I know. You're like, I'm going to put hot water in it. It's going to be hot.
Yeah. I really remember like thinking that it was awesome that that my lunchbox came with this thermos.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Like, I remember having like dry ramen noodles I had hot water to, but I don't remember my mom like packing a lunch or anything getting packed. I don't know what I ate for lunch.
Did you eat at school? I feel like you're such an allergy girly. Like it would make sense for food to be packed for you.
Yeah, it would. But like my mom just didn't have the time.
Yeah. I mean, I packed a lot of my own lunches.
And like we didn't have a lot of, I don't know what I ate for lunch growing up.
Yeah.
I'd have a hard time figuring that out.
Okay.
And that's fun.
Yeah. Who knows? Who cares? It's not important information.
It's not that important. We don't need to know that. This isn't about me.
Yeah. This is about, she goes next door. Marcus's mom is making soup. She's showing her how to like cut the green onions with scissors, like the Korean way. And she's been teaching her how to cook. Like his mom loves to cook, and she's kind of passing that on to her. It's very
sweet.
And his parents kind of treat her like family. A daughter.
Yeah. And then we jump to 2003. They're fishing from the piers.
Before that, Marcus asks his dad for money, and he gives them money, and they're like, just go. They're hanging out all over this fucking city at night. I was like, this is dangerous. They're like on a cable car. They go all the way over to the Golden Gate Bridge. I was like, these kids need. And they're like
little kids.
Yeah, we're like 9, 8.
Something like that. Yeah. At most 10.
Yeah.
And I just can't see it. And I can't quite see it with like, I don't know, maybe I'm overgeneralizing, but like maybe it's just my mom. But I think immigrant parents not being like, oh yeah, go out into this world, see what happens.
Yeah, in the city. I also in San Francisco and like any kind of major city, anytime I see children in this city, I'm like, what are you doing here?
This isn't yours.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not. I'm like, what? You like live here?
We're not in a suburb.
Yeah, like
this is adults here.
What are you doing in this place?
It's very silly to have a child in a city.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably fun and totally fine and normal,
them, but it was like, hard to like.
I think because I just didn't grow up in like. I mean, I grew up in a. Like I definitely grew up in a city, but it was Phoenix. Like it's like LA. It feels different.
Yeah, kind of sprawling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, all right. Anyway, now we're in high school. He's teaching her to fish. She's like, this is boring.
Fair.
And then his dad comes and finds them. I think they're at like Embarcadero or something. Yeah. And we find out that there was an accident and his mom died.
Yeah.
And I assume like a car accident or something.
I had no idea. I don't know. Did we find out it was like an actual?
Well, he said there's been an accident, which I feel like
that sounds like
that's
a car.
This wasn't like, oh, I had cancer or something. I
don't know if there was even a sudden, but I didn't notice the accident part. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, he just said there's been an accident.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah. And she has this like unfinished painting of their family. She was an artist. She would like paint stuff.
She's lovely.
Yeah. It was like really sweet, really sad. They're at the funeral. Sasha is there and she's like, hey, let me like take you somewhere. They go drive his car somewhere. They're listening to sad music.
I listen to like sexy music. I listen to D'Angelo.
D'Angelo, and she's singing badly.
Yeah, this isn't sad music.
Yeah, that's fair. There was lots of like Bay Area, like hi-fi kind of that time.
Yeah, it's a good time. The soundtrack playlist, great.
I think if you grew up in the Bay Area, it probably like I remember watching this with my partner and who also grew up in the Bay Area, and he was like very like, oh, this is
stoked on
it.
I imagine every scene he's like, that's this part of.
Know,
he can't help it.
And that's not San Francisco. The fuck is that place?
I never thought I would be one of those people.
I feel like if I like live in a place and I'm familiar with it, like I definitely have feelings about where it's filmed.
I just really never thought that would be me. I remember as a kid visiting my dad and we'd be watching like Dexter, really any show that's supposed to be set in Miami. And he'd go, that's not Miami. That's Miami. That's not Miami. And I remember thinking like, I can't imagine giving a shit about this.
But when you know
and then
the
now,
place,
as an adult, it's like so embarrassing where I'm like, that's not it. It's just stuff like, it's so weird. The little ways.
It takes you a little bit out of it. Yeah. And when like a city, like there's, I think it's Bullet. It's like a famous car chase scene that happens in San Francisco and makes no logical sense. Like if you don't know the city, you would be like, this is a car chase, but you're watching this and you're just like, the
logic doesn't track here.
What the fuck are we doing? And how are you here? How are you here? Like it doesn't matter, but when you're familiar with it, it does make you kind of like, or like people just going like super far distance and you're like, that would take you forever. Like what are we? So,
it's true. It's so funny. I guess when you're a kid also, you just don't know places that well.
Yeah.
You're not like driving
you're
around.
not having to really
You don't know
navigate things in the
you're
same way.
taking places a lot.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, maybe that's it too.
Yeah, I think, it's not important things, but it is like kind of fun to, I don't know, it's fun seeing
fun to
your
know.
city in a movie.
It is. So yeah, they're in the car. D'Angela's playing. It's sexy music, and then she kisses him.
We have another grief hookup in our car.
I know. I was like, oh man, these people and their grief hookups.
Allie, why
is this the time? Why does it have to be now?
Yeah, I feel like it's again. So he's obviously, and it's an argument that they get into.
Yeah,
I think pretty soon, where it's like, or no, maybe it's later that it's. He's like, she was my mom, like just because like
it's later.
Yeah. And Sasha like is obviously grieving. Like this was like a second mother to her.
For sure.
But
like a more present parent than her
parents
were.
This was my actual mom, and it like is not the same.
For sure. Yeah.
So anyway, I think that both of them are grieving.
Yeah.
But yeah, they end up having sex in the car.
In the back seat.
I love in a movie an awkward hookup scene.
Yeah.
Like where it just is like
the after is so good.
The after is so good. I love when the act of hooking up in a car is bad.
It's just not.
Having sex in a car sucks.
No.
And so I love a movie that like
portrays
is like,
it correctly.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible place to have sex.
Not good. Don't recommend it to anyone.
No.
But I guess when you're teenagers, what are you gonna do?
No, you're definitely fucking in cars.
Yeah. This is their senior year of high school, I think.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they have sex in the back seat. He's a condom he's had since 7th grade.
Yeah.
And yeah, the vibes are weird after, so they go get something to
awkward. Eat. She's like, your car smells like Parmesan. He says, I have Parmesan in the glove compartment. And I said, I know. And I was like, I bet Natasha's randomly had Parmesan.
I just don't see why not. Like, I very recently, I'm like, why is everything in my fanny pack salty? I'm like, oh, because I carry packs of salt around just in case. Yeah.
I think one of my favorite, like, there's a lot of like favorite weird loose things in your car moments that I have. One was like when you just had jelly beans like out and about.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't remember that.
There was like a center console, and you're like, you can get, you're like, you can have some jelly beans if you want. But they're just kind of like loosely in there.
They weren't loose. They were in an open bag for sure.
Okay. I don't know. Also, just like loose mints in your fanny pack.
Yeah, that's real.
Lots of loose mints. Also, the Parmesan. Yeah, random dairy products. Just just things.
I think I referenced the bottle of kefir that Chloe found in the back seat. Listen,
I love it. I think it's fun. It's like a fun little bit.
It's a fun
just
bit.
like what are we doing here? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's me.
I really love it as a person who has like an obsessively clean car.
I respect that so much, and I wish that could be who I am, but not enough to actually execute it anyway.
It is something you have to like commit to immediately, because once it gets out of control, it's never going back.
And also, my excuse. I drive far places back and forth. Who has time? I drive to LA back and forth.
Yeah.
You're eating food there. You're going to throw who's going to throw
What, you're going to use
away?
a trash can?
Crazy.
What, you're going to take things out of your car? Like when you stop
me.
at a gas station and you have to stand there and wait for your car to fill?
That's phone
Couldn't
time.
Possibly like throw things away. Phone times while you're driving. Just kidding. Don't do that.
Everything else we've ever said on this podcast, do that. Don't do that.
It's not good.
No.
Okay, anyway, they go to get something to eat. They're at Burger King. He tries to put his arm around you, and she's weird. Like, it's awkward. And she's like, oh, I only did that because I felt bad. You'd have to tell everyone at college you're a virgin.
And he's like, I'm not even going to go to college.
Yeah,
and
he's like, I was going to lie about it anyway.
Yeah. And then he says something kind of mean, and
no, this is when,
That's when he says that thing.
Yeah,
she's my mom.
She's like, it hurts me too. And he's like,
my mom, you ate our food. You watched our TV.
Just because you came around all the time doesn't mean that she's your mom.
Yeah.
And, he's his mom just died.
Yeah,
I think
he's
it's
got to pass.
fair. She calls him an asshole and leaves. And then the guy at Burger King is like, you can get your Whopper to go if you want to eat it in your car and cry.
Loved that. Loved that. Then we jump to
2019. She's a celebrity chef. She's in LA.
Yeah.
And she's about to open a restaurant in San Francisco.
Yes.
So she needs to go there. She has her fiance Brandon,
hot guy.
Yeah,
I think
Daniel
he was in
Day-Kim.
Lost.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him from anything, but I didn't watch Lost.
That's fair.
He's her manager. He
Yes.
manages celebrity chefs.
Yeah, he's a big mega like restaurant developer. And they're like doing like power couple vibes in a way that seems fun.
Yeah,
and
they're
cool.
doing the red carpet together.
Yeah.
They get to do interviews together.
He's a handsome
Like they're a big
boy.
deal.
And then once they're out of the public eye, they're in the car next to each other, quiet on their phones.
They have
and it's
nothing to really say
a
to each
bummer.
other.
She says a couple things. He just responds,
Yeah.
to everything.
Right.
Yeah.
We also see before we get this like bad conversation, we like flash to Marcus and he's just kind of like smoking weed and he hasn't left.
No,
he's
he
still in the
stayed
Bay
home.
Area.
Yeah.
He works with his dad installing like AC units or
Exactly.
something. And that's
Yeah.
kind of that. And then we're back in the car and Brandon's like, we need to I think we should postpone the wedding because he has an opportunity to go to India.
Yeah. They're at their house and she's saying all these wedding plans where she's like, we could have flowers, we could have this.
Yeah.
And then he interrupts that to say, we're postponing the wedding.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And he's like, we should be apart before entering a lifelong commitment. It's for both of us.
Yeah. And
then she's telling her friend about it. And she's like, oh, yeah. And we're also going to see other people. So we're absolutely sure we're right for each other.
crazy. He's like, she's going to be like, we're going to be gone for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's
we're
crazy.
Gonna be open for 6 months before our wedding.
And she's like pretending like she's on board with this.
Yeah, she's
not.
acting stoked. And then she goes into the like supply closet or like
fridge.
something like that and cries. Yeah.
Great music, this whole thing.
Yeah.
And Veronica is like her best friend
From high school. She knows Marcus as well.
and her like assistant to everything. And so they're at this house that they're renting in San Francisco.
Yes.
And she's asked Mr. Kim to help with the air conditioning at this house.
Yeah.
Seems a little bit of a ruse.
Yeah, she's trying to get Marcus over. I think she's like, she obviously hates this fiance.
For sure.
They're at the house. Marcus is like, oh my God, Veronica, right?
Yep, Veronica.
You're here, lost all your piercings. And she's like, not all of them.
Not all of them. And they really milk that silence in between them. It's good.
I mean, it's a good moment.
Yeah. And for some reason, Sasha's so excited to see Mr. Kim, so awkward with Marcus.
Yeah, they haven't they have this like unresolved shit. They have not spoken to each other in 15 years. 16.
Their whole thing is 16. And like just since one conversation, I can't believe that. It's so crazy to me.
It is surprising. I mean, she has a rough relationship with her parents, so she must not come home often. But I'm like, your parents probably still live next door to him.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel like a bad enough thing to not have talked to each other for 16 years.
Yeah, especially in like the age of social media. But like, I don't know. You go away to college, you live a different life. I don't think it's like totally crazy.
No. But it is wild.
Yeah.
And she's going to be there for 2 months in the Bay Area. And he asks, Mr. Kim, the father, asks about her fiance. And she tells him just like the strangest fact. She's like, he does capoeira. He wears Under Armour clothing. And he has 57,000 followers on Instagram. And Mr. Kim, the father's like, okay.
He's a very young 50. Yeah. He's kind of like, okay, whatever
bizarre facts. And then he says, he tells him to invest in lettuce. Kale's not going to last. Very silly. And Veronica did this whole thing on purpose, basically to get her to date Marcus, because Marcus is an asshole. And Veronica thinks everyone that Sasha dates is an asshole. And Sasha's like, well, he's an undercover asshole.
Yes.
Which is funny because we had a lot of undercover assholery prior film. And I don't think Marcus is that.
I think he has like elements, but I think he's kind of like a dumbass.
He's just a dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not like
he's not cruel.
I don't beat women. Doesn't that make me good kind of guy?
Okay, if we're going to compare against fucking John Cusack and High Fidelity, he's a dream.
It's true. He's in the lowest bar. He's the bar in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever. She hates Marcus. And it's the next day and she's having like a work call and he's fixing something.
She's making fun of her phone voice.
Yeah. Which is, you know.
We all got a phone voice.
We all have a phone voice. And Mr. Kim comes by and says, oh, why don't you come to...
Marcus is in a band.
Yeah,
and
called
he's
Hello
like,
Peril.
Yeah. Come do that. And then Dad, when they're leaving, he's like, how'd you lose touch? I wish you had ended up together kind of thing. I feel like that's such a parent's thing with your like childhood friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
They're like, maybe they'll end up together. It's like, probably not.
That's not how time things
typically
people work. But a cute idea. We love to do cute ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're separately looking up each other on their phones.
Yeah. He has a box still with some like stuff from when they were kids. And then she's seen the
restaurant as
it's being built and her parents show up and she's like annoyed by this. She's has a rough relationship with them. They're like, we've sold the store, we have a lot of free time now.
We're gonna be in your life more than you've ever wanted.
Retired parents will do that.
And whatever, later we're home, she's cooking her alone meal and looks at the like handbill to go to the
and she decides to see his band. And Tony and his band is like, hey, we should like be trying to play at bigger venues. Like, why aren't, and Marcus's the whole thing, he doesn't like change.
No.
He doesn't like change at all.
No.
He's like, I don't want to play in a different venue. People know us at this venue. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the other side of town.
He's
like,
a real scaredy cat.
Yeah, he's really scared. And then Tony's like, remember when you refused to try cold brew because you'd never heard of it? And then I finally convinced you to, and now you love cold brew.
I love that. Yeah. And they have some guy who's like their merch guy for the band, and he's terrible at selling merch, and he bought a shit ton of tennis balls.
Yeah, with their band on it.
And they're like, we have nothing with tennis.
Yeah, but he's trying to give out tennis balls to the crowd, and everyone's like...
The way he starts it, he's like, blah, 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 everyone's serving. Speaking of serving, who likes tennis? Audience is silent. It's great.
He's like, okay, well... Anyway, now I have to write a song about tennis balls, which he does.
Yeah. And the band is fun. And Sasha and Veronica are there and they're having fun.
Yeah. And she's talking to them after the show with the band. And then Marcus's girlfriend shows
Jenny
up.
comes over and starts making out with him hard.
Yeah. She's got dreadlocks. She's like this very like hippie, crunchy granola girl.
Extremely.
Yeah.
And she can't believe that Sasha's there. And so she's like, let me cook for you. I have to cook for you.
And Jenny's played by Vivian Bang. She's like, I got to cook for you, which is an insane thing to say to a celebrity chef. I would be so scared.
Well, I mean, I feel like the equivalent, they're like dudes who just like, I have this good joke for you.
Oh my God.
I gotta tell you this joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, you can use that if you want. I'm like, I probably won't, but thank you, I guess.
It really takes some like gall to be like, I'm going to cook for a celebrity chef.
I would be like, you never have to.
No, not at all.
No.
And what she cooks, it seems terrible is what I'm hearing.
It looks like, okay, so my first thought was like, is this hot dogs and spaghetti? But apparently it's Vienna sausage. What is the difference?
I don't think Vienna sausage is considered good. I think Vienna sausage is considered gross.
Okay.
Let me look it up though, because that was my understanding.
And it sounded like there was like some spice mixed into ketchup. It seemed like instead of like sauce on this pasta, there was ketchup with like...
So Vienna sausage is a thin parboiled sausage traditionally made of pork and beef and a casing of sheep's intestine. Like it's like a gross thing that no one really...
It sounds like a hot dog.
It's like a bad, yucky hot dog.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like even here.
That looks like a hot dog, yeah. Oh, but it's like the ones that come out of the
canned ones, exactly.
Ooh, weird.
Yeah, big yuck.
Anyway, so they've been together for 5 months. She saw him perform 5 months ago. She was polyam before they got married. And then she's like, well, we're not married in the traditional sense. We're married spiritually and sexually.
And he like keeps like saying, but we're not actually technically married. He keeps saying
he's
this.
really trying to be like,
this isn't a big thing.
Yeah.
Jenny like works with underserved kids in the community. Like she does nice things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does nice things, but also like performatively.
Yeah.
And that's like, you know, I think that some people shit on that. It is a bit obnoxious, but I'm like, if you're still doing nice things.
At the end of the day, if you're doing the thing, that's good.
Yeah, if you're still helping people, like,
Seems
all right,
good.
Fine, be pretentious and annoying, whatever.
Yeah, I think Sasha tried to get her, like,
yeah, she's like,
these are Polydine plates.
And she's like, yeah, that's why I stole them.
And I was like, that's great.
Yeah. And then he offers to give Sasha a ride home.
Yeah.
And it's the same car that he's always had, of course.
Yes.
She's looking at the back seat. She's like, oh my God, that's where
like,
we lost our virginity.
He's like, you're looking at the back seat, huh? She's like, no, I'm doing a chiropractic. Actually, like, no, you're looking at where we had sex.
Yeah.
She asked him how Jenny gets dreadlocks. Because Asian hair seems hard to do dreadlocks with. And he says there's something with a crochet needle, which is very funny. And they do an awkward goodbye.
Yes.
He also has to let her out of the car. She can't get in and out of the car.
The car's falling apart.
Yeah.
It's a very old Corolla. Yeah. Then she's stalking her fiance on Facebook and he's taking pictures with some other famous chef. He's like already posting pictures with another woman.
Yeah. Padma's stunning.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, Marcus has sent her a video on Asian dreadlocks. And he asked his friend Tony, he's like, why did he leave? Because I think he's getting the feeling that maybe other people don't like Jenny or something.
Yeah, his friends don't like Jenny. Nobody likes Jenny.
No one likes Jenny. And he and Tony like get high. His thing is like he gets high a lot.
He's smoking weed all the time. He's like a burnout. He doesn't have really any goals in life. And he just kind of stays at his dad's house and smokes weed and plays in his band.
Yep. And then they are invited to a party at her parents' house.
Sasha's at her parents' house or her cousin's house. This is, okay, her cousin, is having a party for his kids. And he's like, oh, yeah, your parents are being great godparents. And she's like, wow, crazy. And I feel like this is such a classic parent thing. Parents love to suddenly right all their wrongs with the grandkids,
with other kids,
other children. And they're just like, it's because they like get to do the fun parts of being with a kid, and they don't have to deal with the shitty parts of being with a kid. And it's honestly like pretty fucked up. It kind of pisses me off.
It's frustrating. But also like they have like space and time. Yeah. To also like not like
chill
relax
out
about it too, and maybe they don't have jobs as much, so they can be there more.
Well, they aren't like responsible for them financially. They don't have the stress of having to actually keep this child alive and make sure they're functioning. Like they have some responsibility depending on how involved they are in the kid's life, but like it's less responsibility. It's way more fun.
For sure.
And they get to be like the best version of themselves that you didn't fucking get.
Yeah. I don't know how. I mean, I think people are like resentful of their parents with how they treat their own kids, for sure. Like I even know like in my family, like I think like my uncle and maybe my dad have said some stuff about like, well, you don't know what.
Yeah, you don't know how the grandparents were to me.
I'm sure they were not
I'm
good.
sure they
I know
were,
that.
Yeah.
And yet like I still love my relationship with them.
We got the best version of our grandparents.
Yeah, and I deserved it because I didn't get a great version of you parents. So shouldn't I get something?
So, and that's what grandparents are for. They're like, yeah, my kids probably are pretty fucked up as parents.
You should let them have some fun.
Yeah, so I guess it's good for the kid, but it is kind of obnoxious to like see your parents do better than they gave you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a cycle of life, you know?
Yeah, I guess it's just part of it. And that's why parents get so mad when they can't have grandkids, because they're like, I want to do the fun parenting thing.
I want to be a good guy for once.
I'm sick of being your shitty parent. I want to have a fun time. I want somebody to fucking appreciate me in this goddamn family.
That's why they want it so bad.
I think it is.
Yeah, for sure. She complains she only got like flip-flops for her birthday while this Kid got everything.
Gets a giant party.
Mr. Kim, Marcus's dad, is hitting on this Diana Ross impersonator at the birthday party, which is very funny.
Then her fiance calls her and she's mad. She's pissed off at him. She's
hoping
screaming
he's
at
going to
him.
have a talk with her, and he just wants to talk business over the phone. And she loses it.
She's like, fuck you.
Yeah,
this
she swears
is done.
a lot.
And then she realizes the whole
open,
party's watching.
all the kids. And the guy who like is taking care of the goats was like, quiet down. You're scaring the goats.
I'm glad that she ditched him quickly.
I know.
And she's complaining about, now she's hanging out with Marcus and complaining about how much Brandon sucks. She couldn't fart around him.
Yeah.
And she's
couldn't be herself.
Yeah, she couldn't be herself at all. And she's like, men say they want a strong woman, but they actually just want a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And that's what she wants. And that's what she
Good for
gets.
her. Yeah.
I think that it's not a bad thing to want a cheerleader.
No, absolutely
I think it's a great
not.
time. I love having a cheerleader.
Cheerleader is so important. I think it's like a dynamic that's lovely if everyone loves, like, is bought into it.
Ideally, you can both be each other's cheerleaders.
For sure. Absolutely.
Like, you should both be lifting each other up and like stoked about what the other person's doing.
You want to feel like a team.
Yeah. And he obviously, it was one-sided.
Yeah. And so they go to like a food place they used to go when they were younger.
Yeah, where they used to go when they were young. And she's like, this place sucked. And then she has some of the food and she's like, oh, wait, maybe really it wasn't so bad. And he's like, yeah, you painted your entire childhood with this like shit brush, but it wasn't as bad as you remember.
Yeah.
Which I think can be very relatable
very
if you were
normal.
like a sad kid and you're kind of like,
it was all terrible.
Yeah, you're like, all I remember is bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, there's probably some good stuff
There's
too.
probably some good stuff. She is surprised he doesn't want to like improve as a band. He doesn't want to leave SF.
Yeah.
And she talks about how if she doesn't have a person, she might have a baby on her own.
He's like, you think you're ready for a kid? She's kind of, it's like, I don't know.
But she
She
has
seems
money,
successful.
so she can do
like
it
she
fine.
Could
she can
hire a
help.
nanny. She'll be fine.
Yeah. They have a weird hug.
Yeah. Jenny's hosting some slam poetry night.
Yeah.
And then
he almost texts her and she almost texts him. But they both like take it back.
And then she's hosting or she's catering a rap party for some Netflix show.
Netflix show, yeah. And she meets...
We don't know in this moment who it's going to be.
And Mr. Kim and I guess his son are getting massages somewhere. And
They're doing like the bathhouse.
I like Jenny. I like Sasha.
Yeah. And he's like, you should be with Sasha. And he's like, she's a celebrity now and all celebrities are insane.
Fair.
True. You really can't be a celebrity, I think, and not have it like ruin your brain a tiny bit.
Yeah, it has to. That's kind of part of the thing.
Yeah. So
You win some, you lose some.
You know, you can't have it all.
No. And so then Marcus meets up with Sasha at a farmer's market near Civic Center.
Yeah. And she's like, he's going to finally tell her how he feels. And she's like, wait, I have news.
Mine's more important first. Let me go first.
She's like, I met someone last night. We had insane, freaky sex.
Yes.
She's like, oh my God, he gave me a hickey.
And it looks crazy.
She's like, that's awesome. And he's kind of like, oh, cool.
My news was we should go on a
date, like hang out and get dinner with Jenny. And she's like, woo,
Let's
double
do
date.
And so they go to this weird, obnoxious restaurant.
Very annoying, fancy restaurant. One of those like ones where the food isn't real and it's all insane. And like one of the meals is you're eating meat while listening to the sounds of the animal, like
when it was alive
in headphones.
Yeah, that's very funny.
It's very funny.
I loved that one.
But you know, we're like, oh, her date's here, and it's Keanu Reeves. I love a celebrity playing a parody version of themselves.
So fun.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is hilarious in this movie.
He's so good.
Like all of the Keanu stuff is like such a highlight. It's so good.
It's so funny. He's so funny in this.
Yeah. And so they're like kissing. They're like, I missed you. I missed your spirit. I missed all of this about you.
She's like, I missed your body. I missed your ass. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I missed your spirit. I missed your soul. I missed your... It's so funny.
Yeah. He's just like... He's wearing glasses and Marcus is like, I didn't know you wear glasses. He's like, I don't. My eyes are perfect. Like, he's just like arrogant.
An asshole. And he sits down, kind of sits down, and the waiter comes up and he says, do you have any dishes that play with time?
Yeah.
Like the concept of time.
She's just pretentious the entire time.
Craziest thing you could say.
Then the waiter's like, everything on the table is edible. Marcus is like, even this napkin? And he's like, no.
And his girlfriend is like, don't eat the napkin.
Yes. Jenny is enamored by Keanu.
And couldn't give a shit about Marcus at this point.
She's thrilled. Marcus is obviously upset.
Yes.
We're doing, the craziest meals, like blowing bubbles of like lavender and stuff like that.
Yeah, the bubbles of lavender were amazing. There's like a thing that was just like basically like a sippy cup of asparagus water. There's one that sounds like it's essentially like fish food just on their plate. And then one that was just like black.
Yes, there's one that was like the flavor of Caesar salad.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it's just like some goo. Lots of fun, just like silly shit. And then they're like, I don't know. Keanu says to Marcus at one point, the man who embraces his mediocre nothingness shines brighter than any. Like he's being an asshole to Marcus.
Yeah. And Sasha's kind of trying to like hope that maybe he's not, or doesn't mean it that way.
She just fucked Keanu Reeves. Like she's obviously on a high.
She's big time. And she doesn't want to see anything bad. But it also is just so different seeing someone only one-on-one with just them until you see them interact with other people in your life.
Yes.
You learn a lot more really fast. And she's only had essentially one night with Keanu.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Keanu and Jenny go
get some air.
Yeah.
Keanu's actually paying the bill because it's like $6,400.
Yep.
And then he comes back and he says that he paid for it. And he's like, I'm going to get the chariot.
It's crazy. So they go back to his hotel. They're staying at the Fairmont.
Yes. And Keanu's like, they're like, should we play charade? Should we play cranium? And he's like, no, we're going to play this game that my John Wick stunt coordinator taught me. It's called Icebreaker. It's like truth or dare, but a little more apocalyptic. But it's basically just truth or dare. But it's just truth with like,
yeah, there are a lot of like written ones.
Yeah, I think everybody writes questions and tosses them a bowl, kind of like your stand-up show, just but like they're more personal questions than advice.
And so they're drinking wine, they're playing the game, and one of the questions was like, who's your childhood crush?
Yes, and Keanu's childhood crush was Mother Teresa, and Jenny's was Martin Luther King.
Okay.
And so they're like really they're like vibing. Yeah. They're both like the right type of pretentious.
Yes.
And this is when Sasha reveals that her childhood crush was Marcus.
Yeah.
And Marcus is like, what?
And
like,
he makes the whole thing.
Yeah, he's like, no.
What?
And she's like, yeah. And he's like, no.
What are you going to argue with her? Yeah. For 18, he's like, well, then why were you mean to me that one time? She's like, I was nagging you. Blah, blah, blah.
She's like, come on.
And it's a whole thing. And then Keanu gets pissed. He's like, you guys are ruining the pace of this game.
He's like, I hate this conversation. Then we get to the question, who's the most disturbing person you ever masturbated to? Jenny says Mao. Sasha says Gene Wilder. And Marcus says Princess Jasmine, which I think is like the most normal of all of them.
And Keanu's like, a cartoon?
That's disgusting.
And Keanu never tells us his. I would have loved to hear that was.
Yeah, it felt like the person who asked the question didn't have to answer for some reason.
Oh, interesting. Like whoever pulled it out?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
And then it was like, if you had to choose one person in this room to die, and Keanu says Marcus.
Immediately. Just
She's
so
like,
fast.
Marcus picks Keanu, and Jenny picks Marcus. She said because of Sasha and Keanu's cultural footprints.
So funny. I love
and so
that.
Marcus is of course getting upset.
And he's like, can I dare you to smash a vase on yourself?
Yeah, that vase, no problem. Keanu picks up a vase, smashes it on his head. He's bleeding. And then Keanu's like, punch me.
I dare you to punch me.
I dare you to strike me, I think is what he says. And so Marcus punches him and then they start fighting. And then,
Sasha tries to stop them.
Trying to get Marcus out of there. They're leaving. And Jenny is like, I'm staying.
Because I want to help the children.
Yeah, she's like, if I get Keanu to back my charity, then reasonable. That's not the reason she's staying, but that's it. Sure. And she's Keanu like, like Leonardo DiCaprio and climate change, and he's like, what has Leo done for climate change?
He's trying.
He's working on it.
And then Keanu gets a car for them, an Uber pool.
Yes. They're fighting in the back of the Uber pool, and then he kisses her. She kisses him. They're making out in the back with,
a
driver
in the front
and another passenger.
It's
Uber
so funny.
pools were crazy.
They were crazy. They still exist.
Does anyone take Uber pools still?
I
Or
don't.
a Lyft line? Does Lyft line still exist?
I thought it was. Oh,
I got
don't know.
kicked out of my Uber app, so I don't use it anymore.
What did you do, Tess?
I literally, okay. I didn't get kicked off Uber.
I've never heard of this.
I didn't get kicked off Uber.
Okay. For the record.
But for the record, I think I'm still allowed to use Uber. I think, except for the fact that it won't work on my phone.
Oh, weird.
I was in Austin. I had literally called an Uber to get to a place.
Yeah.
Then I was leaving the place, opened up my Uber app, and I was logged out. And I was trying to log in to my account, but like didn't have my password obviously it was an old password, couldn't do that, tried resetting it, the code wouldn't send, like it wasn't sending to my email on file, it wouldn't text me anything. I feel like maybe I didn't have good service. Anyway, I tried too many times and then they locked me out.
No, thank you.
They're like, you're locked out of your account.
Wow.
And then I feel like I opened it up like 24 hours later and I was still locked out, and I was just like, okay,
no
fuck you.
Uber.
Fuck you. I guess I don't use Uber anymore. All right, fine.
All right, Uber.
I don't want to be let back in. Just to be clear.
Oh yeah, show them. We don't even want you.
I don't even want you, Uber. I'm happy with Lyft.
Yep.
Or Waymo.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want AI taking your driver's jobs? Well, maybe let me into your fucking app.
Yep. You got to pick one.
Yeah.
And then they go back to the hotel. They have sex.
Yeah.
And then they laugh after sex positively. She says he's gotten better. He's like, I've had practice. She goes to more of his shows. She says that she's his girlfriend to like other women in the audience.
Random women in the
just
audience.
For fun.
Yeah. And she's like, I'll ruin your life if you try to fuck him.
It's
like,
so funny.
Yeah.
I think she's like having fun getting to be a cheerleader.
Yes.
It feels young and fun because you're like, this is my young,
it's your
like, from way
childhood
back
crush,
when.
and you're like back home. And
yeah.
He
has a tennis ball song now.
Yes. And then Veronica has her baby, and you know, like nice things are happening. And then the
conversation comes up that
she's about to go to New York because she's opening another restaurant. And he's
this
like,
was always the plan.
And he's like, wait, you're still going to New York? And she's like, yeah, dude.
Why wouldn't I be? And she invited him to New York.
Yeah. This is where she says the thing that's not very nice, where she's like, yeah, you can play in dive bars for free in New York too.
Yeah, that was like, but
she really gives him like your job. You have no job. You have no career.
Yeah,
like you can be worthless anywhere. So come do it in New York.
No need to do that.
Yeah,
that was hurtful.
It was hurtful. He's mad.
Yeah,
reasonable. He's mad about that, but he's also mad that she's leaving. But like, come on.
So then they're at an event where he's just like really rude about all the food being served.
Yes.
She gets on the red carpet.
Ask him to hold her purse.
Yeah. And then they ask about paparazzi ask about her breakup. And she says, you know, broken up, but she's dating someone. And then she says, he's just a regular guy.
And this makes Marcus feel bad.
Yeah.
And then he's upset. She's being the center of attention, and he's being treated as the guy who holds a purse and is a regular guy. And he's like, well, I don't know if I want to go to New York. And she's like, you should support me. Like, and I was saying you're a regular guy. Like, nobody would question it if it were the other way around.
Absolutely. And like, regular guy is positive. She's been with assholes.
Yes.
Like people who are inflated self-ego because they're bullshit jobs.
But
you know?
He doesn't like that. He's mad at her. She's like, I have no plans to live in San Francisco. And then he starts going off on her food. He's like, it isn't authentic Asian food. You're catering to rich white people.
Yeah. Yeah. Elevated is stupid. It's not supposed to be that way.
And, you know,
and he's got an issue with like supporting her. And she does the thing that we say for all these other rom-coms where it's like, why should she have to sacrifice her thing for him? Why can't he support her?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so then she's like, okay, don't come to New York.
Yeah.
She loved them since they were kids, and she wants to be with him, but this is her life. So he can either follow her to New York or not.
And he says he doesn't want to go to New York with her, and she calls him a coward, and he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, she's not really asking him to give up a lot. I mean, I guess his band.
She's going to be in New York for 2 months.
Right. It's not that long.
And he didn't have to, he could have waited till after his audition, spent like a month and a half. Yeah. It was disappointing.
And she has money. She could just fly him there.
I'm sure she happily would have just flown him.
Times. Yes. He doesn't have to stay the whole time even.
It's ridiculous.
So she's crying. She's upset.
Yeah.
Veronica tells her not to give up on him.
Yeah.
Marcus goes home and his dad's there hooking up with the Diana Ross impersonator.
Yeah. And he realizes that like he's made this whole thing in his head about he has to be the one to be there for his dad and is responsible to his dad. His dad's like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah. He's like, go follow her. Your mom would have wanted that. Like, I am an adult. I can take care of myself.
Yeah.
I've got this Diana Ross impersonator that
this
I'm
is
fucking.
all I need.
So we're good.
Yeah. And so then I guess this really screws with Marcus because he goes to Southeast to audition. I mean, he's so
for
nervous.
This big band audition. He's drinking. He's just depressed.
Beyond drunk.
He does a terrible job. He pees all over the stage.
He pees on the like electric things on the stage.
He's pissing everyone off. He's being terrible.
Just a true nightmare.
He's having, a little tantrum.
Yeah, he's having his little like version of a rock bottom, I guess. Because later we see him cleaning up his room, organizing, leaving voicemails to her, apologizing.
Southeast gives them another chance. He keeps calling. He's like, I moved into my own place. Somebody's buying. People are buying our merch like crazy.
And people are buying it. Yeah. He moved out on his own. He's near the restaurant. A lot of sweet voicemails.
Yeah. And then she's in New York. Her mom and dad show up to the place she's staying.
They do a surprise visit. They're like, we found your address on the Google.
Yeah. So it's also just like,
oh, man.
Wow, I guess we didn't need operators even. You can just find people in this world. Wow, what a good world we live in for stalkers.
I know. They're so lucky. And they show up and like she's sad. They know that they weren't there for as much as they should have been as a kid. And they go and they bring a receipt of them paying full price at the restaurant. I think this is supposed to prove something to her. I don't know exactly what.
So I think the whole thing was that I think that she doesn't feel like her parents support her career. I think the other thing was like her parents have this tendency to be cheap, which I think upsets her or maybe embarrasses her. She's like, I have money. I can like tip a driver.
I can tip a driver.
And they're like, no.
And it's a whole thing through the whole film. Like, don't tip a driver.
And so I think that what they're showing is like, normally I think her expectation of them would be to go to the restaurant, be like, we know the chef, like give us food for free and like be kind of awful or embarrass her a little bit. And I think this is them being like, look, we like ordered extra food. We like paid full price for your restaurant. Like it was good. We're trying to make good.
Yeah. And it did it for her. And that's great, And
then Marcus is at the San Francisco restaurant and he's like, is Sasha here? No, obviously she's in New York.
Yeah.
And then he's like, is Veronica here? And the host is like,
calls up Veronica and she's like, there's a very middle class man coming to your office.
It's like in the office. And so then Marcus goes up there and the office is full of his merch.
Very cute.
Tons. And we find out that Sasha's just been buying it all.
Under the name D'Angelo, which is the musician before that they boned too.
Yeah.
And so then this does something in his brain where he's like, okay, I'm going to fucking go.
She's supporting me. I can support her.
He goes to Tom Ford because Keanu's whole thing was that Tom Ford designed an outfit for him. So he walks into Tom Ford.
He's like, I'm going to try on a tuxedo. He's pretending to be a rich douche. The guy's like, champagne. He's like, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. It's so fun.
Yeah.
The guy puts on the suit and then he sees a price tag that's $12,000.
Yeah.
He's like,
obviously no. So he goes to Suits and stuff.
Yeah.
Gets himself a bad suit.
Yeah, $200 or $300.
Yeah. And then she's getting the Food and Wine Award. That's why her parents showed up, because they want to see her get this big award.
Which is cute.
And he shows up to the red carpet, gives her this little I want to be with you speech. And then he does like fake out proposal thing where it's like, can I hold your purse for you?
Oh. I didn't get the fake out proposal
I don't think it's like really a fake out. Like, I don't think anybody's assuming that that's actually going to happen. But I feel like in a movie, like in a rom-com, that would be like somebody gives this big speech and then is like, I want to marry you.
Yeah.
And so I think it's like he gives the big speech and then it's like, can I hold your purse for you?
Yeah. Which is cute. It's like, I want to be your support. I want to be your cheerleader. They kiss. Cameras are cute. Just, this is absolutely irrelevant. I don't know what we're doing with clutches. I don't know who wants to hold a thing the whole time.
I mean, I think it's about like, your phone in like a fancy way.
Why wouldn't you just want a bag? Something that's on your wrist. Holding a thing the whole time. I might as well hold my phone the whole... I hate a clutch. I don't understand it. I would lose a clutch anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a clutch can have a wrist thing or can have a strap.
Like basically a bag. That's basically a thing. Clutch for just clutch.
If
crazy
you're just
to
like,
me.
yeah, no, that is crazy. I think it's just like, because it's like, oh, I'm holding, but it looks prettier.
I guess.
I think that's the point.
I hate it.
I mean, I
don't know what we're doing with them.
But I'm not a fancy person.
Me neither. I'm a fanny pack girl. But still, like, that's asking to get lost. With an ADHD brain, you just put it down for a second.
This is why you need a man to hold it for you, I guess.
That's why I need a man.
Yeah. You need a man to hold your clutch. That's really all they're there for. What the fuck other purpose could they serve?
I think on the other side, like maybe clutches are invented by the patriarchy, so women think they have to have a man.
Ooh. Yeah. Wow, this is an anti-clutch podcast.
It is an anti-clutch podcast.
They are stupid. I don't use a clutch either.
It's the dumbest thing. It's a wallet that you can't put in your pocket.
I agree. I think you only do it, like the only place I feel like I see them is like at red carpet events. Yeah. Like I think it's a part of like the aesthetic or whatever. I
guess.
I don't know.
Horrible to me.
If you're doing a clutch in your day-to-day life, that's fucking insane.
Truly, like
that doesn't make any sense.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I have to say.
All right. They kiss. Yeah. Then she shows him the New York restaurant. Aww. It's more authentic. He shows up. He's like, oh, this looks different than your other one. This one, I was like going to cry.
I honestly was like tearing up. It was
so, she named the restaurant after his
Judy's
mom.
Way. It's all by, like she sees the big pot of soup, which is what we saw in the beginning that went in the
she's
service.
making the entire menu is all her recipes that she taught her.
It was so sweet. It hurt so bad.
Cute. She's like, it makes people feel at home. Like your mom always made me feel. There's his dad's eating there. The unfinished painting is hanging up.
Mr. Kim says that Judy would have loved it.
Yeah. And it was so nice. Sweet. And then it ends with, they're together in New York. He wrote a song about punching Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. And that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear that playing over the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
But yeah, it's a cute movie. I like this movie. It's very cute.
Yeah, it was very cute.
Yeah, big fan.
Good little funny points.
Mm-hmm. Keanu Reeves is great. I feel like all of Keanu is like a big highlight of this movie.
He's exceptional.
Yeah,
he's so good.
Yeah,
and he's so good. I think because that, like, I don't know. I feel like.
I think he's like actually
like a nice, chill, lovely guy. We saw him at Jimmy Fallon so many years ago.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Lovely, normal guy.
Seemed normal. And I feel like what everybody says about him is that he's just like very kind.
And that's what makes this so fun and so funny.
I also feel like only a really sweet, kind actor could parody themselves
so
in
beautifully.
Like this horrible of a way.
Yeah.
Because
it's so good.
Like,
because you're like, that's not you.
Yeah.
And we love it.
Yeah.
If this was him, like...
It would feel bad.
Yeah. If we had, like Alec Baldwin being a parody, you're like, no, this is you.
Yeah. You're like, oh, okay. So you didn't act?
No.
Yeah.
Like you never do in any of your roles. I don't know why you don't Alec Baldwin all the time, but I stand by it. I really do.
Alec Baldwin. Obviously there's a lot of controversy around him at the moment. But like, what is there not?
To his daughter. He just seems like an asshole to his daughter. His crazy voicemail to his daughter. I don't know. I'm pro daughter here.
Yeah, he did kill somebody.
Okay, we're not gonna get into
We
that.
don't need to get. Listen, I think we probably have similar feelings about how fucked up that
was so fucked up.
And very much.
I just don't think it's his fault. There's a lot of contributing things that should have been happening.
Yeah.
I'm more upset with, obviously I'm very upset this person died, but if it's like, who do I direct? What is a thing that I can for sure just blame Alec on? Oh, it's whatever his relationships are in his life, his father, blah, blah, blah.
Alcoholic, abusive, like all of that stuff for sure. But anyway, we don't have to get into the old thing. But I do feel like let's get into it. I feel like there are some people's reactions. They're like, you never point a gun at someone. I'm like, have you ever seen a movie?
All they're doing is pointing fake guns at each other.
Yeah, like it is.
These are supposed to be toys. Like, we're under the impression that we're here playing with fake things.
It's supposed to be fake.
Yeah.
You do sword fights in movies sometimes. Like, you pretend to kill people in movies sometimes.
You practice like your sword work. You practice fighting.
Yeah.
You probably practice shooting a gun in a way that looks realistic.
Yeah, I think the whole thing is tragic and horrible, but I do feel like sometimes people's reactions to things, I think, especially when it's an industry that you know a lot about, when people are reacting, I'm like, well, it's not the way this fucking industry works. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. So don't have an opinion.
He didn't like grab a gun and load it by himself.
Yeah, that's not how this works.
No.
Anyway, whatever. He's not even in this movie.
Keanu is, and he's darling, and he can do no wrong.
Love
he's
Keanu.
Perfect. He's a perfect boy. I still give it Once and Forever.
Yeah, I think if he can handle being, and I think that she is going to be supportive of him. I think that she actually will be supportive of him.
Yes.
And I think that if he can handle the dynamic of her being very famous, I think that it could last forever.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% convinced that he can.
No, but I'd like to think so.
I would like to think so because I do think they're cute.
Yeah, I think they're cute. And she's such a cheerleader for him with his band.
Yeah, she like is very supportive.
And this is just like such a stunning like homage to his family and his mother. You know, I would hope that he can be that way for her consistently with things, you know?
I hope that he can as well.
Yeah.
And I think they've both been obsessed with each other for forever, which is nice.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah. So, hopefully forever.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You never know.
But crazy things happen.
It's true.
All right.
This has been When Harry Dumped Sally.
We're here every Tuesday.
Bye.